Okay, I'm reading some donations right now. By the way, the last Pharaoh, thank you for the 5. He says, Ak, how do you feel comfortable calling Kid Cudi or any man pussy when Vic Mensa called you a bitch, said he wanted to slap you to your face, and you were like, blah, 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 blah. Brother, we're doing an interview. I'm going to, if y'all don't realize right now, it's the reason why I'm Ak. I'm going to get the content. Now, it's one thing if you're saying the nigga slapped me and I just sat there and kept doing the interview. Okay, fine. But I ain't going to lie. People call me out my name all the time when I'm getting that content. I see some of y'all even say it. They be like, yo, you let Wack call you little guy. Man, I don't give a, I'm about to go. I know exactly. There's certain people with ad hominem attacks. Whatever. You know what I mean? Also, I don't care about that. Here's the thing about the Kid Cudi thing. My point is this. The reason why I think Kid Cudi is pussy is because you're either a gangster or you're a civilian. If Kid Cudi went to the police and actually took the proper law enforcement steps, he's not pussy to me. It's when niggas don't go to the police, I think they're going to handle it in the street. But when you don't get handled in the street and you talking to a man, you grab his hand, you said, but what about my car? And he said, what car? Or he says, I don't know about that. And he's punking you the whole time. I hate in the middle ass niggas. If you're on the sidewalk, be on the sidewalk. If you're in the streets, be in the streets. When I see a situation that occur and you don't want to go to the police and you're acting like, I don't know why you're acting like maybe, yo, Diddy, let's meet up. You know you don't want to meet up with Diddy. You should have, and here's the thing. Here's another thing I think is just his pussy. It's like, you're testifying against him now in a RICO case. You should have been testified against him back then. So who are you fooling? I don't get it. Who are you fooling? You should have testified back then. So that's, just to be very clear, it's not about this bravado or being able to do something or whatever. It's, yo, you're a civilian or you a street nigga. At the end of the day, we all men. By the way, do I think if Diddy put his hands on Kid Cudi, was he going to curl up in a ball? No. But the niggas started violating you. The nigga kicking your funky dog, throwing him in the motherfucking bathroom door, locking him, running through your fucking house. He's blowing up your car, and you're not getting no get back. If anything, you apologize for fucking with this girl. He's punking you. Again, I'm not telling Kid Cudi to risk his freedom and everything else for Diddy. But, bro, go to the police. Go to the police. You can't be an in-the-middle ass nigga. I hate those people. Are you on the sidewalk, a civilian, or you're a gangster? Just pick a side. And if you don't pick a side, those are the people who want props for not telling, and they should have told. Because put it like this. Kid Cudi waited. This happened in 2011. Bro, you waited 14 years, nigga, to come testify in a federal trial, probably because they subpoenaed you, bro. Why you ain't, when he was doing all that shit to terrorize you back then, why you ain't handle it legally then? I can't give that nigga no type of credit. You ain't fully handle it legally then because you were one of them niggas who was like, oh, I'm going to keep it in the streets. But now you're not keeping it in the streets. Are you keeping it in the streets or not? That's what I'm saying. I would have put Diddy back in jail back in 2008. He fucked around with a nigga like me. That nigga would have been serving life. I would have gave the best testimony in life. I'm not the nigga to be like, oh, we not keeping it nowhere. The in the middle ass niggas are the confusing niggas. And I think those are the real bitches because they're too scared of public perception. I'm not scared what y'all think about me. Act is act. You do something to act, you know you finna tell him. He definitely lied, but I'm gonna put a statement on your ass. When you see niggas like Kid Cudi, they're not even street where they scared what people's perception of them is gonna be. So that's why they don't follow through. To me, that's pussy. To me, if you do something to me, I'm going to the police. I'm a civilian. I have no fear or care what you're gonna think about me. This matter of these gangster niggas. That's why I know some of y'all might be like, yo, Act, sometimes you be playing both sides. No, the gangster niggas, you're supposed to get back. Ain't no, you not Jesus. It's you have two options. Are you a civilian? Call the cops. If you not, go get your get back. If you playing in that avenue. But if a nigga constantly punking you and you a street nigga and you don't do nothing, or you see things in a street lens and you don't do nothing, you pussy. Pick a side, nigga, because I know what side I'm on. My side is called 911. Your side is called, we gonna keep it in the streets. Well, if you never do nothing or you don't get no get back, you're just called a bitch and pussy. Sorry.
I don't want my
in my book. You don't gotta be in your book. That's my book.
Daughters to hear me, you know, how they talk about this girl, talking about how I beat her, how I did this, pee in her mouth, all
Somebody
this.
says, I'm glad you said that. Dank MTL says, you were waiting for Meek with your strap. Ladies and gentlemen, I've always told y'all this. Never misconstrue somebody who's a law-abiding citizen down for self-defense with street shit. Never confuse self-defense with street shit. Meek threatened my life. If I'm a street nigga, I don't let a nigga keep threatening me without me going to see that nigga. I'm a law-abiding citizen. Meek or anybody that's close with him come over here, I'm knocking all their heads off legally, calling the cops, handing my gun over, going to go do a 3-hour interview with the best lawyers in the country, and I'm over here millie rocking on his grave. That's how it works. That's not gangster. That's being a law-abiding citizen. Never, self-defense ain't gangster shit. What Lil Tim did wasn't gangster shit in my book. That's self-defense. That's what y'all don't get. King Von tried to do gangster shit. Oh, I see a nigga I don't like, I'm gonna step to him. What Lil Tim did was self-defense shit. That's why I've never advocated for that nigga to go to jail. And I love Von. Never confuse gangster shit for self-defense shit. Remember that. Let's keep it going.
No. I heard it was so disgusting that one time they had to walk out. It's certain things.
Yo, Gene Deal really hates this nigga Puff, bro. By the way, honestly, I think it was kind of like orchestrated in a way to where his kids wasn't gonna be in it this whole time. Give me a second, Chad. I gotta go grab some food.
You don't do as a real man. And that just goes to show you, brother ain't never been a real man.
I was on your channel some days ago and you was on live and you made a comment saying that you wanted to go up to the court so you can look at Diddy and D-Rock in their eyes because of something they said about you.
Diddy and D-Rock did a video on me some years ago. And they got these clowns out here replaying it, and he was talking about me, and I was wondering, you know, like, out of all the stuff that I told him about, I told him that night that when Big got murdered, that we shouldn't go to this party. I told him that if we don't do something about these doors and do this, some people's gonna die at City College. It's a couple other incidents that we were in that I had told him prior to the stuff going down that something was gonna happen, and it happened. And I don't know if it's because I may be blessed by God or I'm just a fool, because I was raised with that old saying that the Lord watch out for fools and babies. So out of all this stuff and the stuff that he's done to me personally behind the scenes, you understand, telling people not to F with me, telling people if they do things that they was not gonna work in the industry, they was gonna this, that, other, then sending these old sucker industry dudes after me. I was just saying, listen here. I think the greatest, and I want to say, get back was him to see me in court, and I look him up in his face, and I say, I don't want to hear that shit. And walk out the courtroom.
Why you ain't go?
I'm in St. Louis, brother. I will be there soon.
What did D-Rock say, out of curiosity?
No, they was just, D-Rock was just being his hype man about, you know, a security personnel that ain't got no business talking about what he was talking about because I don't owe you nothing. Brother, you owe me your life. Because had I not told our driver to run the next 3 lights, we'd have been sitting at that light. And those guns that hit Big may have hit you and may have hit me. Because Big whole door was shot up, his door and the door behind him, and I was sitting behind you. The reason I told our driver to run the next 3 lights was because I had just took a course from the DEA, the Drug Enforcement Administration, and it was surveillance and interrogation. And I was blessed to remember, run 3 lights or take 3 rights. And I told our driver to run the 3 lights, the next 3 lights. Not that particular light, but the next 3 lights, run them. So him and D-Rock did what they did. And I think me being in the courtroom, looking him in his face and walking out would be poetic justice.
What you think about Cassie testifying that D-Rock would tell her to put an ice pack on her face after, Diddy would beat her up?
That was the cover up from security. Security had to make sure, and D-Rock was the cover up man, to make sure Cassie didn't be seen with her face bruised and battered. D-Rock had that type of charm with the women too, that he probably could do that with her. So that's why he put D-Rock up to do it.
How you feel about Diddy's appearance in court? They saying that he got all gray hair, his facial hair, his hair is all gray. He got a gray sweater on. Like, how you feel about his appearance?
Well, first of all, he can't use that stuff in court. He can't get that behind bars. So his appearance, you think Diddy wants somebody to see him looking like an old man? He can't do nothing about that because they're not going to let him dye his hair in jail. So he's going out as natural. He could cut his hair low. You understand what I'm saying? But he can't use any dye. They're not going to give him no dye to take or dye his hair. That's not a choice. That's something that he has to do. And him throwing signs of the heart and everything like that back to his family and stuff, I don't believe the jurors, like that or even care about that.
Yeah, they reported that he got a Bible with him. Like he's reading the Bible during trial.
All that is a front, bro. What happens is that the defense is trying to have him distract himself. So they know it's a possibility that he might break on somebody, break down, or do something. So what they're trying to do, well, read over this, look over this. You understand? So they don't show the real you. Because once the jury find out that's the real him, and he is capable of not only beating and threatening somebody and making them have sex, making them go to this place, that place, all over to have sex, then that's when the trafficking part comes in. That's when what she said about him having the guns to go get Suge Knight makes it true, makes it him possessing guns or being able to possess guns being truthful. So when they see all that and all that comes about, that's what's gonna make him get convicted because they're gonna see his true self. great job. And then, you know, as far as these women are concerned, he did it to Misha.
Oh, great. Perfect. Muted. I said, I wonder why they don't bring these guys up for interviews, Chad. I mean, up on the stand. By the way, I got Chick-fil-A. Don't worry about it. Here's the thing. These guys are doing interviews for money. I don't think they're bringing Gene Deal up because the security guard we keep hearing about a lot. We haven't heard Gene name at all. We heard about Roger Bonds. I think Roger Bonds might be a witness because here's the thing. To me, Gene Deal is cashing out now. He showed up to the trial, doesn't get brought up, showed up unannounced. We don't even know if he got into court. He said he did. He shows up, and now he's doing interviews. He's cashing out. Roger Bonds, who, by the way, remember at a certain point he had said he was going to spill the beans with Diddy if Diddy didn't take care of something with his son or something like that. So he was focused on money too. Eventually, this Vlad, Art of Dialogue, and a couple places that paid him. Right now, it would be the time for Roger Bonds, if he's not being called by the government, to do interviews. Do interviews right now. Yet he's being quiet. Now, I think he's being quiet because he's going to get called. His name has been mentioned a couple times. D-Rock name is mentioned. We don't hear Gene Deal. Whenever he gets brought up, I think he's going to do a shit ton of interviews and get a lot of money. But it's interesting. These guys have all stories. And by the way, the story that he's talking about, Roger Bonds was around for, not him. So I'm going to actually click off of this for a second. Chat, did y'all see this? I'm going to eat real quick. I ain't eat during deposition, so I'm sorry. I hate eating on stream. Trust me. Did y'all see? So remember the whole thing about like this idea, which by the way, we got to give it. I'm gonna give it to Wack because he's injecting this theory. There's this theory that Lauren London was involved in the freak-offs. He sat with Charleston White the other day, and he brought this up. Check this out, chat.
Nip and his baby mama, right? You think after all these years, the baby mama wouldn't have stood up and said something if I was bullshit? Hey, you want to put up? How many you want to see is like?
What the fuck?
Yeah, I got it.
You're talking about content, right? You do seem to have a lot of content. One of the, One of the ones that I'm very questionable about is this Nipsey Hussle video.
What about
I don't buy it.
Oh, you know, I got a little thing I do. I just tell you put some money up.
How much money you want me to put up?
Whatever you want to put up. How many you want to see is like about 15 different text messages, probably like 10, 12 videos. How many of them you want to see?
I mean, I got 5 on it.
5 what?
5 bands.
Per video?
Nah, hell no. I want to see if there's any truth to it. You believe it?
That ain't go question me trying to talk about nobody.
No, I done repeated it, so obviously I believe it.
So
Nigga,
listen,
I done went and repeated it, so obviously I
so here
believe
go
it.
the thing, right? This is real shit. Sometimes you got to dissect certain things, right?
Yeah.
Now, let me ask you a question.
Wack.
I told
phone
you
in.
who the players were in the video, right? I said it's a dude from Louisiana, Nip, and his baby mama, right? You think after all these years, the baby mama wouldn't have stood up and said something if I was bullshit?
I don't know.
Come on, bro.
So when he said it, I said some shit about the character, trying to explain some shit, and my life been threatened.
What you mean? What you mean?
You know when I said Nip, but not Aramis. So I explained that, and my life was threatened. When this came out and said that, I sat back and said, man, they finna kill that. If he lying, they finna do something to that.
So let me ask you a question.
And ain't nobody done
What's
nothing.
your issue with? I don't got it. That's his sexual preference. Diddy up there wilding.
Yeah.
He finna let people know he was hitting Nip baby mama. You see, it's coming out because you know Cassie and her was best friends. So when a playing like the way Diddy playing, this is real shit. My woman right there. My woman's right there.
Diddy, everybody in the industry that we like.
If I tell my woman
that I don't disagree with.
Listen,
They rather come on this
you
simple.
think if Diddy told Cassie make that happen with Laura, it wasn't gonna happen? You heard
I think they have incredible power. I would doubt nothing that comes out of that camp over there. I doubt
Okay,
nothing.
so that's what I'm saying.
We learn more shit than we ever needed.
But
to
my
know.
question to you is, because outside of his sexual preference, what problem did you have with Nip?
He a rolling 60s neighborhood crip, which is a detrimental organization to Black America.
Okay, now hold on. So will the kids listen to somebody that's not that, even though they're into that, to keep them from being that, or will they listen from the individual that's telling them not to be that, and you could do something different? Look at me.
That individual. That's only a small portion of our kids that's going into that. Most of our kids aren't going into that. Maybe in LA, in those small LA, Chicago, but outside of those two entities, our kids aren't automatically
Rolling
going into
60s.
that.
All right, chat. We finna call Wack. We got to figure out. Was Nipsey Hussle doing a freak off? Okay. All right, let's go. Let's call Wack. Oh man, ready?
Yo,
Wack.
Wack, you a different acting nigga, bro. Nigga call you, I can't get you, boy, but
You got
wanna
both
talk,
my
I
numbers.
pick the- Nah, you don't pick up, bro.
You got both my numbers. You got to.
I call both and text both, bro. You didn't even pick up when I was trying to get the shit done for Big Bro.
He hit me, and I hit him, and he never hit me back.
What you mean I didn't hit you?
No. He hit me. He hit me.
Bro, the nigga told me set it up, bro. Wack, you know how I am. Set it up. That's your guy. I'm your guy. You went dark on me.
No. I said yes. I told you the day. I told you what day I could. The 13th.
He was with it, but I couldn't get you to set nothing up. He hit me. I'm like, bro, he ain't answer, baby. The nigga busy. It ain't never a time you call me, bro. I ain't gonna answer. And if I don't, as soon as I see you called, I'm back at you, bro. Like, be dark sometime for days, but as soon as you want to talk about something, you call on Wack.
I thought we could set up through text. I didn't know you were calling to set it up.
I mean, even through text, you stopped responding.
No, I said the 13th. You say you New York.
Then when I hit you back after that. You didn't respond no more.
No. He hit me.
You send the text messages.
I sent you a message with him. He said, hey nephew. He said this Uncle Snoop, Hold on. I'm gonna send it to you. But he never responded back to me because I said, what's up, Snoop?
Bro, the nigga told me to say, bro, that's an artist. Get what I'm saying? So he out there running around, ripping and running. He waiting for me to tell him what it is. He just letting you know it's real. You get what I'm saying? So if he was gonna hit you, he'd have just hit you. I would have never hit you. I'm only hitting you because he's telling me to hit you.
Actually, you're right because I thought he didn't hit me back. I just looked it up because I was gonna say the screenshot.
Just like 6ix9ine setting some shit up, bro. You know that nigga he get to doing some other shit. He didn't told, hey, Wack, set up whoop.
Yeah. Okay.
He gonna hit you to let you know it's real. That was just him letting you know. You know what I'm saying? But I'm like,
I see him do the Breakfast Club.
Bro, listen. I hit you 5 days before he got there. Cause he told me, he asked me, you think I could come to me? I said, yeah, that ain't no problem. That's let me set it up.
Okay, all right. This is my last excuse. It was my birthday. You know what I mean? I just turned
I
25.
wasn't your fucking
It was my birthday on the 17th. I turned 25.
Not the 13th, bro.
No, it wasn't the 13th, but it was the 17th.
Yeah.
And I remember I had my show. I had a show on the 15th, and then my birthday was on the 17th.
I mean, hey, listen, bro.
You didn't even wish me
I
a
just was trying to get you. I know I put y'all on the jack. I thought it would have been a great build, bro. He had a project.
Yeah.
There was some content involved. So that's all I was trying to do. I mean, I don't know.
Wack, you ain't even wish me a happy 25th birthday, bro.
Man, you know, you got to remind me, bro. I told you prison got me fucked up, bro. I've been numb to that shit. I forget my own birthday, bro.
I ain't
Real
gonna lie.
talk.
It is hard to keep up with birthdays. This is like back in the day, they had Facebook where they would have the birthday calendar. I don't know how you keep up with birthdays now.
Nowadays, it's like the older you get, you ain't looking forward to them.
Yeah, I know.
Like
I'm dreading 30 and 30.
Nah, you what? You 30 years old now?
No, I'm 25.
Oh, okay. If that's what you say. All right, 25.
Yo, Wack.
What up?
Don't.
What's up?
Lauren London was in them freak offs. Was she?
I mean, here go the thing with that. This is another thing I don't understand with people.
No, you connecting
You've been
dots, but it's
covering-
like,
no,
hold
listen,
on. Go ahead.
You've been covering the Diddy trial like a motherfucker. I've been watching, right?
Yeah.
Why everybody acting like I created this and they ain't saying that Lauren London and Cassie were best friends and there's some shit that's gonna come out they got on tape and all this shit? Like, bro, I'm just following the trial like y'all follow the trial.
Hold on. But when you say there's some shit on tape, like, do you know there's something on tape?
I mean, bro, I'm gonna be real with you, bro. I'm gonna use common sense on some real shit. You hear Nipsey in interviews saying that Lauren London introduced me to Puff. Right?
By the way, and that's why I say this is why you're one of the best media personalities. Yo, I never knew that. I spent yesterday on stream Googling it. You're right.
Listen. Okay, so that means that Lauren London already had a prior relationship to her even fucking with Nipsey. Right? Now let's remember Lauren London's circle. Lauren London's circle don't come from Nipsey. Her circle's minimized with Nipsey. Her circle come from Lil Wayne, being around Lil Wayne. Let's get it, just keep it real.
Yeah. Hey, hold on real quick.
You get what I'm saying?
Hey, hold on real quick. Hey, Jose said, "Act, I'm disappointed you. You ain't show Wack no love. Wack, my man. What you mean?
That's a fact. They being real, bro.
Jose,
that was some bullshit.
Now I ain't gonna lie. No,
bro.
hold on. No, I'm dead wrong for this because Wack was coming to me. It was gonna be one of them like pause. It was gonna be a big one because everybody knows I did the yay shit. Went crazy. I've been on a little.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna take the L on this. All right, Jose.
Right. And then on top of that, he out there in your backyard. All you gotta do go cross the bridge and through the tunnel.
That's true too. Okay. All right, hold on. Break this down because I think you connected dots. I forgot they were best friends. Then I realized they did interviews
they
together.
were best friends. Now look, I'm gonna be real. So let's look at what we've learned about Puffy. Fuck what I knew. Let's look at what we learned about Puffy and Cassie. Can we agree that it was no limits to those two?
Yes, they like doing a lot of shit.
Okay. So if these two people were already best friends interacting, right? I can send you photos that Puffy and Lauren London took that they tried to have taken down in the all white shit, modeling Puffy's glasses and clothing and shit to where even the crowd. This is after Nipsey died, right? Even the crowd was kind of like, "What the fuck is that?" Right? So it's already a relationship there intact. Now, Puff is living the swinger type lifestyle.
That was
His
very
bitch
honest.
is living. His bitch is living. Right? Okay. So my whole thing is if that's already going on prior to Nipsey, their relationship, it's no doubt in my mind on one of them islands, on one of them jets where they moving around, something went on, and they saying. It's tape in there, and it's gonna be some leaked shit come out. They got all that shit. Now let's cross the street to what I do know. And next time you out here, I'm gonna have my man pull up just so you can put your eyes on the video, so people can stop saying I'm just making up shit, right? I'm gonna have him pull up. He gonna pull up, open his phone. He gonna show you everything.
Yeah, but he wouldn't.
Right?
He wouldn't do like. I know you talking about the video that Nipsey's supposed to have with the baby mom. He wouldn't do that with Lauren London though. She's a superstar. She's beautiful.
But see, you missing the point. You missing the point. Everybody thought that about Cassie too until it came out, right?
Oh, that's true too. I ain't gonna lie.
Don't nobody know what the fuck going on behind closed doors, bro. Also, listen. I understand the lifestyle of your woman being the dominant one in control, and you telling her you want to have a little fun. Let's go over here, and she making it happen. It's just real shit.
Now, when I heard you say this,
Go ahead.
when I heard you say, you know, Black Sam gonna tap you on the shoulder. He might give you the rock star treatment. Like,
I'm not, hey, bro, listen, no disrespect to Black Sam, right? I don't know Black Sam like that. Black Sam don't know me like that. And what the fuck he got to do with Lauren London's truth, bro?
well, here's the thing. I think they protect Nipsey's like leg because you know, I got heat the other day for saying Nipsey got killed because he called people a snitch. They don't
He did that, but bro, like,
they don't like hearing that.
But that's the truth. I don't, bro, like, hey, look, you know what's crazy, Act?
What?
A nigga will talk about a lie about you, but you can't talk about the truth about another motherfucker. Check it out, bro. We talk about Tupac and his rape case, his rape trial. We talk about Biggie and the weird shit he's saying in his music. Hey, bro, ain't nobody finna be talking about niggas is too gangster to have a conversation about, bro. Get the fuck out of here with that shit,
Yo,
bro.
Wack, I'm gonna tell you, this is why they gonna blame
Now,
you.
you looking at that text message I sent you, right?
Yeah, Wack, I'm gonna tell you, they're gonna blame you for this because here's the thing. You know everybody's too scared. Everybody's too scared to say what you're saying.
Who?
Wack. We saw what Black Sam did to Rockstar. They making demonstrations.
Hey, bro, listen. What did Black Sam do to Rockstar?
He walked him across he escorted him across the street.
That's what he did? Okay, well, what did he do to him?
He didn't do anything to him. But here's the thing, though, Wack.
Okay, so if he wanted to do something to him, Rockstar, we can honestly say in Rockstar defense, he was totally in the blind, right?
Yeah, but here's the thing, though. I think what people are gonna say is that, yo, this woman, her name wasn't really in it like that, and Wack 100 just brought her name in.
No, there's no Wack 100. Motherfucker, the puppy trial and the attorneys are saying they got evidence that's about to come out and show it was dealings. What the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, but nobody. Yo,
so
Wack,
only thing I'm doing is saying her and Cassie was best friends. So if Diddy and Cassie is living that type of lifestyle, then I can see that being what it is, bro. Just real shit.
Yeah, but she's a first lady of the Marathon Continues right now, and you know, you gotta.
Hey, bro. Hey, look.
Like, we don't even know her to date another. Ever since he died, we don't even know her to date another nigga. Like,
what that mean? That don't mean she have it. I mean, that's her business. But you know what? You really want to break this down with me? Because you don't want to break this down. Because I'm gonna give you some math right now that's gonna make you sit down somewhere.
Well,
if you want to break it down, you want to break it down with me?
I'll break it down with you. I'm cool.
Okay. What's this young lady I met you with? Shy Glizzy. That's Shy, right?
Yeah.
You still with her, right?
We up and down. One day high, one day cold.
Okay. Well, all right. Well, let's say you and her is the way Nipsey and Lauren London perceivably was, right?
Okay.
To the people in the world, it looks like what? They were what?
They were together. They were married or whatever.
All that right now. Okay, they have a child, right?
Yeah.
Okay. They got a child, right?
Yeah.
Okay, they were together 5 years right before his demise, right?
Yeah.
So why he didn't marry her? Uh-oh. Don't come fucking with me, bro. Kill me with that bullshit drama.
He was about to marry her, but he got killed. He was about to marry her.
No. Ain't no, bro. 5 years a kid and y'all the Huxtables? Miss me with that, bro. Because guess what? We all got relationships to where people don't know when it's bad or when it's good or what the fuck is going on.
Okay, I get that.
You get what I'm saying?
I get that.
Yeah, so all this, the perception, that's cool. Don't get mad at me, bro, because I'm following the trial, right? When they said, yo, it's videotape of or Diddy masturbating while watching and giving orders, we didn't get mad, did we? Nigga, we following the fucking trial.
Hey, let me ask you a question.
The only thing I'm saying is, okay, if they saying they got some video footage of something that went on with them, is believable because that was Cassie's best friend. And if Diddy got control of Cassie and they swinging the way they swinging, I can see that happening. Like, what's wrong with, what am I saying wrong?
Okay, let me ask you this question then, right? Because until I start seeing you remind us, we forgot, like these, so now we got a good breakdown of what the freak off is. The freak off is a man who likes
is an orgy, a threesome, a BDSM. Bro, they just giving it another name, bro. That's it.
Hold on. But once I start thinking about it, what we now know the freak off to be, when what you said that was depicted on the video with Nipsey, that would be a freak off too.
Yeah, but this is the thing, right? You're right. That would be considered a threesome.
Yeah,
right?
but a freak off a lot of times was a threesome.
Bro, orgy, a fucking swinger party, a BDSM party, threesomes, whatever. Now, this is where it starts to get a little tricky.
Yeah.
I can bring 100 people in the room and we can put on a video, right? And in this video, they're gonna be doing some things. A nigga like me or you may say, oh no, I don't fuck with that. Then another 10 people say, I'm with that, right? So it all depends on what crowd is watching it, on what type of response you're gonna get from it, bro. Now me, right, I'm looking at this shit, I'm like, oh, hell no, this shit ain't cool. What I see, right? Whatever. You know what I'm saying? This shit ain't cool, what I see. So, but this shit ain't nothing new, bro. This shit ain't nothing new. If you want to go even deeper.
Well, let me ask you a question though. But
at least 35% of these so-called gang bang street killer OGs is freaking a man in the penitentiary.
Wait, what?
All these niggas, this a fact. Nigga, I done seen niggas married with a homosexual in their cell and calling shots on their crew on the yard. It's a fact, homie. So let's just be real.
I don't think Nipsey, if you're trying to say Lauren London freaked off with Diddy, Nipsey never knew. Ain't no way.
No, I don't know. Listen, what I'm saying is I know Nipsey was into it because I seen the tapes. Right? It's a fact. Vlad even told you don't bet Wack because the same motherfucker he talking about sent me a screenshot of the tape, of the video. He told you that, didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
Right? This is real shit, right? So I know he was into it. I read the text messages, bro. The request. You know how they say Diddy was requesting shit? I read it. Now, if a nigga want to get mad, and this was crazy, right? On some real shit, bro. If I die tomorrow and they got videotape of me doing some way out freaky shit that you don't agree with, don't say that ain't me, my nigga. That's me. What the fuck? Don't get mad about niggas saying, look at Wack. You get what I'm saying? Don't get mad at that because that's me.
Now, here's the thing, though. Do you think Nipsey learned that behavior from Lauren or Diddy?
I don't know, bro. I don't. See, this is the thing. They keep making accusations that they got shit on tapes on Diddy's side, right? Nipsey said Laura introduced me to Diddy. You get what I'm saying? We all know that Diddy will play a nigga close.
Yeah, but
I
can't see Lauren getting down like that. She's a classy woman.
Hold on.
She classy. She too classy for that.
Hey, bro, listen, you could be a classy woman with your sexual preferences. That don't make you not classy. I ain't never said she's a whore on the corner on fucking back page or no shit. Nobody never said that. What Ja Rule say? No. Christians are the freakiest women of all the religions, right?
Gene Deal said Ja Rule was in a room with Diddy, so we need Ja Rule to answer to that.
Bro, listen, I wouldn't doubt none of that. There's a whole lot of shit I know some of these motherfuckers didn't do. I done seen motherfuckers do. I done been in the clubs and seen some NBA players, well-known, niggas straight grab a nigga ass. I done seen it. Right there in New York. Dead homies.
Wait, what?
Watched it. what's that little club it's right like by the fucking West Side Highway. It's like it's right up under it. Man, it's like in a crazy death trap type location. It's literally right up under the West Side Highway.
I don't go to New York right like there. That. Somebody gonna say it. Somebody gonna say that.
No, but I didn't seen all kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? That's their thing. Whatever, that's their thing. You know what I'm saying? Like a nigga's sexual preference is a nigga's sexual preference.
Like I would think that like this is how we look at. And again, I'm not from the West Coast. I'm not from a certain type of life. You my man, but I don't know how people. I think they look at Nipsey like he's a god out there. When you say that,
but see, this is the thing, bro.
When you
and
say
all
that,
y'all gotta stop. All y'all gotta stop fronting. No, all y'all gotta stop fronting, bro. Like on some real shit. Like I give Tupac. I don't even give Biggie the legend status at the time of his death. He became that.
Yeah.
Movies, remixes, all that shit. When Pac died, his body of work, who he was a living legend. He was a legend.
Yeah.
Like I you can't take, because he was 25. We looking at the age, 25. Biggie died before the second album hit. Over time, movies and all kind of shit, he became that. Nipsey has since became that in my book. I checked his numbers. Everything is up. But at that time, bro, you wasn't reporting back then on what was going on with that, bro. You got to remember, I'm a nigga that took him to New York. Wack took Nip to New York. Yeah. I put him on the radio. Had his shit spinning in all the fucking strip clubs. So a nigga can't tell me what it was and what it wasn't. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. So did he become that? Yes. Okay, cool. It's been like 5 years or whatever. But come on, bro, let's stop front. At that time, and I'm going to be real. Okay. Was Crenshaw shirts the thing to have before he died? You heard anybody in a frenzy about ordering a Crenshaw hoodie shirt? As soon as he died, you saw every celebrity and what?
Crenshaw shirts.
This is what the motherfuckers do. Now, let me take you somewhere else. Outside of DJ K. Slay, Shade 45 in the Drama Hour, Hot 97 late night. You heard Nipsey music in rotation in New York?
Nah, they never used to play it. I ain't even gonna lie to you.
But yet, when he died, they did a Nipsey hour, right?
Yeah, they started playing.
I'm the first nigga that said he had 3-4 songs that should have went, whatever reason they didn't. So, at the end of the day, bro, niggas can't talk about Kool Moe Dee and LL Cool J and Eazy-E having AIDS and Pop with a rape case and Biggie with his lyrics in there and MC Ram when he said what he said and all these other motherfuckers, and all of a sudden that conversation's off limits. Nah, bro.
Wait. Some people might think that this is you know, since especially Big U and him got locked up, you're picking at the 60s because I think they're protective towards.
No. First of all, I didn't expose it, nigga. Y'all exposed it.
Well, expose what? The sex tape?
Me. I never exposed it. The sex tape existed. Hassan Campbell did that. You know that.
Nah, I agree with that. Hassan definitely exposed that.
You're right. He exposed the shit, nigga.
But
you came to my house. You came to my house to expose the shit, and I wouldn't do it.
Big U wanted to put it out?
On my mama, he did. The nigga said Lord London wasn't cooperating, but he had control over the other baby mama that's in the sex tape. Put the shit out, he gonna take her and blow her up off the publicity. It's a fact. It's back when he said, remember them contracts I showed you? Yeah. When he wanted me to attack this state for 30%, all this shit? Yeah, but I wouldn't do it. So, end of the day, I'm not no bitch ass nigga. If a nigga say, yo, Wack, Hassan just released some recordings, you saying, what I'm gonna say? No, that ain't me. Yeah, that's me. That's what it is. Is it true? Yeah, it's real.
So wait. So suppose some people are saying, all right, we get that, but why are you trying to lump up Nipsey in this Diddy shit? Because you know this is.
I'm not trying to lump up shit. Tell these weirdos.
Yeah.
Everybody else could read the blogs and it's cool. The minute I read them, it's a problem.
Yeah. I think some people didn't know that she was the friend of Cassie.
I think we on the 100 side of Clubhouse. They put a clip up. They say, Wack, this clip says that it might be some shit coming out. Tying Lord London to Cassie and Diddy, and possibly, then they said some way out shit. Diddy might have had something to do with the murder. They were reaching on some dumb shit. I'm like, I don't agree with that. Diddy had something to do with the murder shit, but we do know that Cassie and Laura London was best friends. Like, that's what's real. So if Diddy and Cassie is swinging the way they swinging, if Diddy and Cassie is swinging the way they swinging, it's possible. And Puff got 250 cameras around the. It's possible what they saying could be true. We'll sit back and see.
If Lauren
I
London,
ain't tell them I seen it. I'm just saying it's possible. I wouldn't bet against it.
If Lauren London came out and denied it and requested you to apologize to her after she denied it,
I'm not apologizing. Hey, look, bro, I'm gonna say this again. What's in the media, I know how to read. I can read what's in the media and give my opinion. Why is it when 15,000 other people give comments and opinion is cool, but as soon as I give my opinion, it's a problem?
Well, also, here's the thing too. You're from the West Coast, so like, if I give,
I don't give a fuck. West Coast ain't got nothing to do with this. Zero.
Well, he like a West Coast hero, so they want to protect the
I'm
legacy.
not the West Coast shit. Look, my job on the 100 side is when I come in there, they're going to ask me questions.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to give them answers based upon my opinion or a fact that I may know. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. It was no different, Akademiks, to when anything comes up with you. Yo, Wack, what you think? Just on their little tipsy trolling. Like,
no, and by the way, you're right.
Some niggas disagreed with me, right? Some niggas said, "Oh, Wack." You get what I'm saying?
By the way, so you're definitely right. But here's the thing: you people have you in a street nigga box and a media personality box. So you're supposed to be a street nigga media personality.
Listen, bro. Listen, I don't know what a street nigga is. Right? I don't know what that is. Maybe they know what that is. Only thing I know is who. What opinion said today. That's just so what are they saying? Wack should be silenced, but everybody else should get an opinion? Is that what they're saying?
They're thinking you should try to protect Nipsey's legacy from freak off allegations.
Yo, listen. The allegations are out there in the blogs. I'm giving my opinion. I didn't create the fucking blog. You get what I'm trying to tell you? I didn't create the blog. They asked me about all kind of shit, bro. You asked me about game, didn't you?
Yeah, I did.
I gave you my opinion. This is my opinion. You know what I'm saying? You asked me about a motherfucker, I give you my opinion. Some people agree, they don't got a problem with it. Some people don't agree, they get the uproar with it. Ain't nobody gonna agree with everything you say. You could be dead right with the video showing them. You're gonna have some motherfuckers still not agree. You know that.
I feel like Karen Civil, who, you know, she rocks with that team heavy. I feel like she gonna hit me and be like, man, listen, this is not true about Lauren. They're really protective of the image.
Hey, bro, listen to me, bro. What they need to do is go to the blog site who reported that the DA or the defense attorneys said they have video or whatever that shows Lauren London possibly involved in some activity with Cassie and Diddy. Okay, Wack, what you think about that? Well, they was best friends. A lot of people like, oh, yeah, we forgot about that. So they did a bunch of photo shoots together. I said, remember, she had a photo shoot she did with Diddy after Nipsey got killed and the media went crazy on him and they deleted it. You see what I just sent you?
Wait, they deleted it?
If you go research that, they'll tell you they tried to delete that shit. They said it was too soon. It wasn't a good look. That was right after Nip got killed. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So they've been having their little rumors about what people thought. Now, can I tell you for sure? Has Wack seen the video? No, I haven't. But if you telling me the DA is saying, or whoever the fuck is saying, some possible video footage can't come out involving them, I'm going to say, well, it's possible. They were best friends. Diddy was living the swinger life. Cassie was living the swinger life. It's possible it could have happened. It's a lot of females listening right now that know they homegirls might be down with something if that's just what they doing between them. It's real shit. You get what I'm saying? Yo, look, you know how many niggas, woman, is fucking another bitch and they don't know it because they just think that's her friend?
I mean, you're
This
right.
real shit. Yo, so if they telling me they got how many fucking gigs a video they got from this nigga house?
There's a
And
lot.
they say, okay, and they say,
Cassie admitted it was hundreds of freak offs. Hundreds.
okay, so they say the DA is saying this may possibly come out. Now, let's play devil's advocate. You ready for this?
Yeah.
Cassie, like all of us heard what the DA said might come out, right?
Yeah.
Why hasn't Cassie came out and cleared it up?
About the Lauren London shit?
Yeah. Why, when they said that, the media said that, she didn't come out and say that's absolutely not true?
Well,
Is it because
she counting her 30 million right now? She ain't got time for that.
No. This her best friend, right?
Well, maybe Lauren's gonna speak to it herself. I'm just saying.
No, this her best friend, right? When the media said it, I'm pretty sure Cassie heard it before I heard it. By the time I heard it, it was like a day, two days old. Right? Somebody on my side found the content. And they asked me, and I said, well, they were best friends. And looking at their lifestyle, you know, it's possible.
Yeah, I mean, that makes sense.
Shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, let's say, I'm just hypothetically saying, you and your girl was in the threesomes and shit, right?
Yeah.
And it's what it was. And she if you got a request, she'll try to make it happen.
Yeah.
And one of her homegirls talking about, I want to go to Miami with y'all. And you be like, if you know she come to Miami, she gonna get lit. Okay, baby, I ain't tripping. You telling me that's not possible?
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, like, what the fuck is it? But what it is because I give my opinion. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna be honest, so some people, they have, it's like reputation over everything. Like, for example, like, just off of her reputation publicly, like, when we hear freak offs, I look at Lauren London as classy. I think she carried herself pretty well. I'm like, that freak off, if it's some nasty bitch shit, like, I could see Cassie being on that. Because Cassie,
let me explain something
Cassie
to you,
never
bro.
got to be a wife for a long time.
I tie nasty bitch shit to prostitution. Hey, bro, just because a motherfucker smile in front of a camera and go to work as a banker don't mean in their sex life they don't perform a certain way, bro. Like, I don't. It's gonna be real. This is why we got DL, right? Because these are men that you can't tell. Am I right?
Yeah.
You can't tell. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, what you think about Diddy supposedly? He would make sure the guy nutted in Cassie, bring her to the room real quick, and Cassie would scoop out the semen and massage it into his areolas. That was his thing. Do you think Diddy's straight?
Yo.
You hear me?
Yeah, I'm gonna be. Listen. So let's run through it. So Diddy's in the room. He's naked in the chair.
Yeah.
He's masturbating. He's instructing the dude what to do to Cassie and Cassie what to do to the dude, right?
Yeah.
Everything possible, right? Bro, let's not forget Cassie's still a little scorned and she want to embarrass the nigga. If Diddy's doing all that in front of the dude, why would he have to leave the room to do that? I think she just added that on there, bro. He's doing everything else right there in the room in front of the individual, bro.
Yeah, he is jerk. But
You get what
here's the
I'm saying?
thing.
He's doing everything else.
He don't
I just
interact
think
with the dude though. So, like, for example, she said one time the dude looked at Diddy and Diddy got mad saying, "Fuck nigga, don't look at me. Look at her." So maybe Diddy was in the closet.
I mean, I don't know, bro. I mean, listen, at the end of the day, Diddy ain't the first and Diddy ain't the last. Everybody is doing something sexual with their partner that a group of people wouldn't agree with.
Now I agree with
And
that.
another group of people would say that's their norm.
I agree with that. Hey, did you see what happened today with Kid Cudi? Oh my God, that's crazy.
No, I didn't. I mean, but Kid Cudi
No.
He can't say he saw Diddy do nothing.
No, but I think Brian Steele, who's a monster, I think he helped. He cross-examined Kid Cudi. You know what Kid Cudi said? Kid Cudi said, "I'm gonna come clean. Cassie was playing both me and Diddy. And then he admitted, because remember, the whole thing is Diddy got his car blown up and got his house, people ran up in his house. You know what he ended up saying? He said, when I found out, Cassie told me she gave Diddy my address. The nigga ran up in Kid Cudi house. There's no sign of forced entry. That means the nigga had a key. Cassie lined up Kid Cudi for Diddy the whole time. Remember, Kid Cudi was like, you said what? I think this thing.
If you catch your bro doing some.
Yeah. I think Wack in the desert right now.
Here, whether it's out of I'm trying to keep you, I don't know. She gonna give everything up.
But hold on though, you don't think that takes away this idea of her being a victim? Because
I don't listen. I do see her as a victim.
Yeah, she got her ass beat.
Violence.
Yeah, she got her ass beat.
I see her as a victim when it comes to domestic violence, but when it comes to they orgies and swinging, I see her as a willing participant.
Yeah, I think what's not
domestic violence. Yeah, I see her as a victim with that. I'm not gonna say she's not.
I think what's not really like put out there is like Diddy was like nobody supports Diddy being an abuser, but Diddy was a cheater. He had multiple girls, but Cassie also had multiple niggas.
You can't call Diddy a cheater. How you call a nigga a cheater that got an understanding with his woman?
Because the woman clearly wasn't in a understanding that.
That's a motherfucking lie. Because Kim Porter never went nowhere.
Yeah, but she got the kids. If you read some,
it don't matter. That don't matter. Like,
hey,
bro,
I read it. Wack, I could send you the messages because listen, I got it. I got all the exhibits. Cassie went off on Diddy one time and said, "This was in this what you could tell the relationship was changing. It was after 2013, so they've been together for 5-6 years." She said, "This year, I'm not dealing with no more bullshit from you." And she said to him, she pointed out a picture I guess he took and said, "Why you got me in this picture looking like the side chick? I ain't no fucking side chick." And basically, you could tell the more she got with him or the more she was with him, she was looking at him. She also tried to check him one time because he told her, you got to remember, in the beginning of the relationship, she was 22. She was going for anything. At the end of the middle to the end, she tried to check him. She said, "I get you want to go on vacation with your kids, but why are you going on vacation with your kids and Kim Porter? That ain't normal." She tried to check him. And he told her,
bro, at the end of the day, that's my point. That wasn't never no fucking secret, bro. Never no secret. But you checking him, but he still went. Did he go?
Of course he went.
Okay, did he come back? Was she there when he came back?
She was definitely there.
Okay, then. What we talking about, bro?
She was definitely. Hey, the only thing that nigga told her, I'm gonna try not to take too many pictures. I'm gonna try to just. That's when I realized. I said, "Damn, that nigga Diddy is a cold piece of work." But so you think that she was with the whole thing?
Definitely. I mean, I don't think she was in agreement to get beat, but I think when it came to the party and the swinging, and it's times, bro, where they said Cassie was the one that called him and told him to pull up and had everything. Diddy wasn't even there.
Also, here's the thing too, and this is why I said Diddy was a wild boy. The defense started proving a lot of the prostitutes. Cassie used, she's a beautiful woman. Once they start realizing what was happening, they started to fall in love with Cassie. So already
don't even matter because when Cassie got up there, the whole story changed, bro.
What do you mean?
She is almost like she was performing for Diddy.
Yeah, no. Towards the end, she was basically saying, "Yo, if that nigga will get right, I'll leave this fuck nigga right now. I want to get back to that." She kind of sounded like she wanted to go back, or not really want to go back, but she wished it didn't end and it didn't go bad. She says, they ask her, "Do you still have love for him?" She said, "I got love for what we had."
I think it only went bad because he found out she was cheating with the trainer. And that wasn't something he agreed to. It's the only reason why it went bad.
Yeah, I personally think he left her. Not she left him.
He did.
well, in court they put it like she left him after he wrote the thing saying, "My soulmate is Kim Porter" when Kim Porter died, and I'm like, nah, she tolerated a lot more shit for her to leave over one caption. That was an Instagram post.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, bro, I'm saying, dude, lifestyle was his lifestyle. I don't think he was ever on some, I'm with you and you only. I mean, it's obvious, bro. Listen, I'm going to be real. She was living the fantasy life. What woman, a lot of these women want to do what men do. Get fucked by other dudes, still get taken care of, ain't no problem in having fun. She had the best of both worlds. Did she not?
Nah, she did.
You know what I'm saying? And then she can even order the ones that she favored with him not being there.
That's a fact.
So, I mean, no, I don't, you know, when it comes to the domestic part, yeah, I see that. But the other shit, nah, I think she was a willing participant.
Yeah, nah, if you could call it right now, do you think Diddy's beating this case or he getting convicted?
Nah, I don't know how it's gonna go. I don't know how it's gonna go with that drug mule, the white kid they caught finna get on the plane. Remember, they let him go. So if he can come on there saying he done got on that plane on 10, 15 occasions with X amount on him, that's trafficking. And then I don't know what all the male workers gonna say. I know the first one was in favor of Diddy.
No, the first one wasn't in favor. The first one, but they found out
the Punisher dude.
No, that's not the first one. That's the second one. He said when he did it, it ain't seem nothing weird to him. He said both of them was into it. He said so. The second one, but the first one they exposed. The first one said, "I would have dated Cassie if Cassie would have left Diddy." So they realized he liked her.
So that's still in favor of Diddy.
Yes, yeah. So he liked her. He and that one kept asking Cassie, "Why you keep dealing with him?"
You gotta ask yourself, what made him like her? That gotta be other conversation, other shit going on.
Yeah, no, she was dealing with him on the side. She would text him on the side.
This what I'm saying. So, this is what I'm saying. Like, I can't say she's a victim when it comes to that. She was willingly participating and even doing shit outside the box.
Hey, Wack, who won the heavyweight fight? You and Charleston White. I watched a few clips. Shout out to There's a Project.
It wasn't even what it was supposed to be. You know, dude set up. He wasn't right back. He fucked the whole kind of like
who
that sit down was like
who Charleston White?
Nah, the dude, the dancer dude.
How?
Fuck the player. Okay, he tell us we there at 5, then 4, then 3. Cool. I get there at 2:45. Charleston pull up at 3.
I know you scoping out the place.
Listen, we go on the spot. We wait. We like, what waiting on? He talking about his co-host. Right? After 15 minutes and 20, 30 minutes, the AC start working and get hot in there, so we step outside, right? We outside so motherfucking long, damn near an hour. Me and Charleston started talking and plotting merch fucking plays and shit. So now, you know that...
Oh, the energy's different now. Yeah. It should have been y'all walk in the room and it's on.
Yeah, now the initial anticipation. By the time we had to tell him, hey, bro, fuck your co-host. I don't even know what the nigga name is. Bro, killing the morale of the interview. Let's just get started.
Because it was supposed to be combative. Obviously, you know, we don't want y'all to fight or do nothing too crazy. But we want y'all to get at each other.
Yeah, by the time we got up in there and sat down, me and Charleston had already been waiting outside an hour. We just started talking about this, talking about that. So now when we sit down, whatever fire that was going to be there is gone.
Yeah, it should have been like how when it was me, you, Hassan, 6ix9ine. We got to get straight to it. It wasn't.
I wasn't going there.
It wasn't too much pleasantries before it's like, all right, so let me get. I'm gonna get to this. You get to this. Yeah.
So he killed the, and then you notice Charleston left after like 45, 50 minutes because the nigga killed the whole hour waiting on the nigga that didn't matter. I told the nigga, I said, bro, you fucked the whole morale of the interview up waiting on a co-host that don't matter. And then even when the nigga got there, he ain't add nothing to it anyway. So he got us sitting for an hour, my nigga. You get what I'm saying? So by the time we got in the seat, it was like, you know, so if you know me, if you listening to it, you will see why I said, Wack, you gotta make this into something. I had to start throwing shit in there that I knew he would respond to just to make it into something.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. That should have been an instant class. I haven't really watched the full thing. Oh man,
He killed it, and I told him that. I said, bro, don't ever do no shit like that again. Fuck that co-host, bro. You get two niggas coming in there that ain't never happened. You people want to see it happen.
Wait, which one was late? Was it Danza late, or he has another?
No, Danza was there.
So why
Danza, whoever this other dude is, I don't even know the nigga. They doing the nigga 15 minutes. You know, 15 minutes being 30, then 30 mean another 15, then another 15. And bro, we had to tell the dude, hey, look, bro, either we start or we out. At this point, we ain't, nigga, I'm drank. I don't even give a fuck no more. You get what I'm saying? So when Danza, I told Danza, your name is big enough. You could have did it. Whenever that nigga get there, he get there. That's on him.
I mean, truth be told, you and Charleston sitting alongside each other. You don't even need a moderator. It just happens.
Bro, I still right now don't know the other nigga name.
You know what's crazy? By the way, I don't think people know this. Hey, chat. I was gonna set up. It was gonna be me, 6ix9ine, Wack, and Charleston, and it was gonna be the first time they met.
Yeah, but 6ix9ine went dark. Stop answering.
Yeah, 6ix9ine went ghost for a little bit. But put like this, you know that would have been crazy.
Bro, I wasn't finna get on no plane from LA to Miami. I know 6ix9ine do. He'd disappear, bro. I wasn't doing that. But nigga stopped. Nigga went dark the day before, 2 days before.
Yeah, no,
I
get
that. Doing that, bro.
But however, it should have been a easy. Yeah, I'm surprised it wasn't just an instant classic.
I mean, it was. I mean, at the end of the day, like, I understand Charleston and his character and his troll, and a lot of things he says, he don't mean it literally. He means it another way, right? So I was really going to have a conversation with him. You know, because if you turn it into a screaming match, then that's just what it is, right? And I know if it turned into a screaming match, me knowing Charleston, he gonna say some shit that I can't accept. And that ain't what I'm there to do, because we're here to get a people a motherfucking interview. You know what I'm saying? On some real shit, right? So I really went there to interview, right? You say some things that I don't agree with, that I think is untrue, vice versa. Let's have the conversation. But it would have been a lot more to it if we could have got started, bro. You can't. That's like two boxers anticipating coming into the ring, and you telling them both to sit in the corner for an hour, and they didn't got up after 20 minutes, start talking in the middle of the ring about who they sparring with, what kind of car they drive. Nigga, by the time the fight start, they damn near friends.
Yeah. Damn.
I told dude, because he texted me, Wack, what do you mean this is fire? I said, it's fire to you. I had to turn that into something. You notice after 45 minutes, it's just me. Charleston had to go. Really? The nigga had a 5:30 somewhere, so we there at 3 o'clock. Nigga killed the whole hour and something waiting for a nigga that didn't matter, bro.
Yeah. Jeez.
Dude did not matter. Whoever dude was, respectfully, he didn't matter, bro. Nigga come in talking about he was out of fucking some shit for a 3-year-old, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what we talking about? You know what I'm saying?
Man, oh man. All right.
Yeah, that kid killed it. It's like, you know that initial anticipation. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you. That is the most anticipated sit down.
Yeah.
So put it like this. This is kind of how I scored everything. I said, all right. I think we could at this point say, you sat down with Hassan. Especially how it played out, I think it went in your favor. And so, who's next? I feel like by the way, what's going on with this Hocus Pocus dude? What happened?
This dude gets picked up on a RICO.
Why they keep trying to blame you for every RICO?
He gets picked up on a sex money murder RICO from Savannah, Georgia for some fraud he did. PPP loan something from 2020. Now, I've never seen this nigga in my life, bro. I've never been to Savannah, Georgia. Out of nowhere, the nigga throws an insinuation that it's me. But Act, you gotta remember, this is what I tell you. Now, Act, you in the same situation. So are you responsible for little dirt shit? Because they reference, you asked him the question. You didn't have to ask him the question.
Oh, yeah.
He didn't have to answer it.
I'm about to break down the paperwork on that, too.
Now you about to feel, because you like no jumper. I said, yo, bro, if a nigga want to get up there and start saying shit, right? I don't know what a nigga gonna say, bro. I don't know what a nigga gonna say.
Now, the only thing, though, there's a little bit of a difference to it. Like, first of all, I think the Dirk shit's a reach. Like, it's different. Yo, play this. Adam will bring up niggas. Yo, Adam brings up people that's not even media or entertainer niggas. He brings up straight criminals. Like, yo, it's like you can't. Yo, he's interviewing people that, you know, there shouldn't even be a mic in front of them. Oh, no, it just hung up. Let me call him back. Yeah, I think the phone dropped. He driving.
Yo.
Yeah, no.
You asked him about a direct murder.
No. I asked him about a murder. I said they don't.
You did.
I said they were saying slide for Vaughn. That's not a murder.
Yeah, but this is after people are already thinking the situation that happened in LA is that.
That's not true. We only thought that when Brick Baby said it. You know what you said before. Brick Baby.
Oh no, you're right. No.
Brick Baby said
it
that
was a bad weed deal went
yes.
wrong, right?
Yes. So when he said it to me in the moment, I didn't get it until
but hold on,
until Brick Baby said,
what I'm saying is, though, is it your fault that the feds referenced that? That's your fault.
Oh no. And by the way, it's not the first time I've heard.
You need to stop saying, "Oh, look what the dude said on No Jumper." Yo, bro, that nigga. I just heard a nigga the other day saying a nigga shot him and he shot the dude everywhere.
Okay, here's the
right.
Wack.
Ain't nobody else a nigga say no shit like
Wack.
that, bro.
I'll agree with you, except here's the thing. No Jumper is kind of known for putting a microphone in front of people that not even, they're straight up criminals. Like, come on, Wack. It's one thing. Dirk is a signed artist. Put it like this.
It don't matter, nigga. Majority artists is criminals.
Wait, Wack. Put it like this. I wouldn't go out of my way. I wouldn't go out of my way to go interview a shooter. Who interviews?
How do you know you're interviewing a shooter?
You don't get what I'm saying. I'm interviewing people who are musicians. They might be shooters, but that's
everybody.
So the Diddy and Cassie situation has been getting freakier and freakier by the day. The more and more I hear about these allegations, Diddy is a freaky man, the king of the freak-offs. And Cassie, you feel me, she was young, vulnerable. But like what Ak said, she could have left. Like, Diddy was not holding her. Well, you know, this is what's hard for me. Allegedly, Diddy wasn't holding her hostage, but she said on the video that came out in the hotel where he hit her over and drug her back, she was trying to leave one of the freak-offs. And Diddy said, "Oh no, you're not going to leave the freak-offs. You got it. Yeah. Wait till the dude, bust a nut, allegedly. Then all over you, then scrape it off, go in the other room and rub it on my nipples." That's what he wanted. It sounds so crazy to say, but that's what Diddy wanted. Like, we seen him in the robe. I thought he was just fresh out the shower. But allegedly, he was probably butt naked. I'm surprised there was no baby oil on her or him, or she wiped it off. That's why he was so mad. It was no baby oil on. Hey, man. I genuinely feel bad for Cassie. I feel bad for her husband, too, because he has to be in court and he's listening to all these things. And I don't really think Cassie's lying about anything. Like Cassie just seems like a nice girl, probably like gentle, innocent, like, and she just wanted a career. Like, man, I'm struggling here because I want to be very, very honest about everything, like my point of view. I don't think Diddy was the best of best people, and I think everything he did to Cassie was wrong, and it was definitely manipulative and all that stuff. But like, is it sex trafficking though? Like, this is what he's charged for. Like domestic violence, yes. Assault, yes. Like probably a bunch of other crazy stuff, yes. But sex trafficking, bro, I don't know if you could say he was sex trafficking. But it's only day 2 of the trial. And I'm gonna be very, very unbiased about every single thing I say. It's day 2 of the trial. Diddy is he's there every day. They say that he's looking white as hell, he's gray as hell. He's, you feel me? They said he was looking at Cassie the whole time. But day 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, we don't know what's gonna happen. Maybe 2 weeks later, there might be someone else taking the stand, and we don't know how that's gonna go. Maybe like 3 days later, there's gonna be a new person taking the stand, and they just expose everything about Diddy. Like, we don't know fully everything Diddy's done yet. Like, there might have been men that he was having free calls with. Like, I ain't gonna lie, bro. Like, Ack was the line about what he said. Diddy should just came out and said that he was a flexible, bro. He should just said he was bisexual, bro. Like, I'm not gonna lie. And what Ack said, bro, all these rappers gotta come out who was around Diddy, like really, really hung around Diddy and was like really cool with him. They need to come out and like, yeah, bro. You gotta defend yourself, your integrity. You feel me? But your boy Big Act News, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. And do you feel like Diddy's innocent, or do you feel like he's guilty? And we're talking about sex trafficking. Like, we're not talking about is he a good person or not. Do you think he's guilty of sex trafficking, Cassie? It's your boy Big Act News, and I'm out.